Good all do, good all do, oh, good all do. The way the grass smells at night and you got flames all in your eyes. They reflect a sparkler and you say we'll never die. Grab me by the hands just as calloused as I am. Say you're proud. Well, it's blue jeans in the driveway and you're walking inside sideways. The wine always affects you in beautiful kind ways. Ask me if I'm staying and I say that I'm sleeping on the floor.
How do we find ourselves and how do we find the things that we love? If you don't know me, I'm Harrison. I post mental health content on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I post quotes, I post perspectives. And honestly, I just share my life and some of the things that I am learning. I talk about chasing dreams. I talk about being ourselves and doing the things that we love. And one of the most frequently asked questions that I get or comments I receive goes something along the lines of, how do I find what I love? How do I find who I am? How do I find my people? Or even something like, I don't love anything anymore, so I don't know how to be happy. So as someone that was searching for the same answers to the same questions, I want to talk about it. I want to talk about how we find our people. I want to talk about how we find ourselves and the things that we love in this life, because it is very hard to see a future of happiness and joy and memories. We don't know what we want to do or who we want to be in this life. If we don't know what we love, if we don't know our favorite places, if we don't know anything about ourselves because we feel like we are lost, how can we find happiness? Well, that is what I want to talk about. So let's. I once heard someone say that we should chase our curiosities, that we should look at the things that we think are cool. Maybe it's people we aspire to be like. We think they dress cool, they do cool things, and they have a cool lifestyle. We should try some of those things out. Whether you have thought about going for a run before, you should give it a go. If you've thought about painting, you should go and try. If you've thought about learning an instrument, maybe you book a class to learn how to play the guitar. We have to chase our curiosities. We have to work on ourselves. And I'm not saying that that is easy. We might try 10 things before we find the thing that we love. But when we do, that will change our lives. Finding the thing that we love could change our lives. And I think that that is the exact reason we should do so. We should go out into the world and open our eyes to what people do. We should be curious about the hobbies that our friends have. We should be curious about the thing that someone talks about at work. How will we know what we love if we're not trying anything? I used to be the guy that used to hate running. I wondered why everyone would do it, and I stopped playing football and told myself I'd never run again. And now I run every day. I've met my best friends from running. I have a run club. I've run races in different countries, different distances, for different reasons. And if I had never gone for that first run, if I had never tried something that I was curious about, then my life would look a whole lot different. So my first point, to reaffirm it, is that you should chase your curiosities. If there is something that you thought to yourself, oh, that looks cool, I'd like to see if I'm good at that, I wonder if I could do that, then you should go and do it. You should go and do it for you, because that's what this is all about. It doesn't matter if you're rubbish. It doesn't matter if you fail. It doesn't matter if you embarrass yourself. That's all part of trying. You don't have to be good to start, but you have to start to be good. And that is where it is. You might wonder why you're doing it. You might be struggling. You might be nervous. You might be anxious. But if you keep trying, if you do it over and over and over again, you never know. It could end up being your thing. And if it's not, then it's okay. Check it off the list and on to the next. It's not the end of the world. Promise. But chase your curiosities. I thought I'd bring you out here for another chat about the next point that I wanted to make. Okay, my next point. We have to be ourselves. And of course, one of the questions that I get asked so much is, how do we be ourselves? How do we be our true selves? And it's not an easy process either. It can be quite a long, hard and confusing route to finding ourselves. And I'm not talking about traveling the world. I'm not talking about changing everything. I'm not talking about shaving your hair off if you don't want to do that. More to the point, I'm talking about chasing the dreams that we have, listening to the music we have, and not agreeing with everyone on the whole planet, because that is okay. We grow up and we are taught that we should fit in. Maybe no one ever says that to us, but indirectly that is what we are taught. We'll be cool if we do what everyone else does and wear the same clothes and laugh at the same jokes, have the same opinions, then we'll fit in, we'll have friends, we'll be cool, we'll be part of the group that everyone wants to be a part of. And of course that's great when we're at school. It gives us memories, it teaches us lessons, and it can be fun. But as we grow up, as we get older, we realise that those things might not be for us anymore. The hobbies we had might not entertain us anymore, they might not be fun to us, they might not be the environment that we want to be in anymore. And that's fine, and that's why we have to be ourselves. We don't truly find who we are until we start to try by ourselves. I finally feel like I've found my friends, my group of people, my tribe, because I stepped away from the things that didn't feel like me anymore. I started to wear the clothes I wanted to wear, go to the places I wanted to go to, pick up the hobbies that felt right to me. I trusted that feeling. I didn't listen to what everyone told me I had to do, and that's what we should do. We should form our own opinions, our own feelings of what we feel is right for us. If that is to dress completely different to everyone else, then that's that. If that makes you confident, that's what you should do, because I'm pretty sure that that will attract the people that dress the same and are into the same stuff and style as you. Same goes for everything. You find your people when you are truly you. You drop the fact that you have to be like everyone else and agree with everyone. They say that a friend to everyone is an enemy to themselves, and I'm not too sure I disagree with that. You'll find your people when you are just you, because how are they supposed to find you if you aren't being you? It's one of my favourite quotes. You have to be yourself, so the people, the places, and the things in this life that are meant for you can find you. That takes some experimenting. Trust me, I've been there. I spent my whole life trying to be a footballer, and then I realised it wasn't quite for me. As soon as I stopped, I tried the things that I loved a little bit more. I figured out how I wanted to dress, what I wanted to listen to, what I wanted to do, and now I finally feel like I'm surrounded by my people. I think that's important to do. Right. Okay, maybe my most important point that I make today, and the one that I hope stays with you. If you are currently feeling like you don't know what you love, or you feel like you don't know who your people are, or you just feel a little bit lost, is that I want to remind you that one day will come pretty soon that you do find those things. You find the things that you find joy in again. You find the love that you didn't know you could again. And you'll find the happiness and joy in things that you love again, because I know what it's like to feel like you have no ambition, to chase a dream because you don't know what that dream should be. You feel lonely because you don't know who your people are. And you feel like you might not find that again. But trust me, you might not have found your favourite thing yet. You might not have lived. You definitely haven't lived all of your memories yet. There are going to be times that you look back and you'll be proud of yourself, that you carried on, you kept chasing curiosities, you kept showing up, you kept trying, and you'll be living a dream that you didn't even know you could have. Life is not a straight line. I'm learning that. But trust me when I say that you will find that again. And I'm pretty sure that not too long from now, you'll look back at the time that you didn't know who you were or what your dream was, and you'll think to yourself, I'm glad I tried that new thing. I'm glad I reached out to that person. I'm happy that I trusted in the process, and I knew that my time would come back around, and I'd find my tribe and my people, and I'd be chasing a dream again. Trust me, you will be. I promise you that. Maybe you had to go through this to realise how good it could get when it comes. That's how I feel anyway. That's how I feel about my lifetime. I thought I lost everything. I lost my hope. I lost my joy. I lost the things that I loved to do because I fell out of love with them. And now I'm living a dream that I never thought I could have. I'm doing things I never thought I would. I'm surrounded by people that I love, that inspire me and feel like my people. So yeah, you will find them. You will find yourself, and you'll be living a dream pretty soon that you didn't even know you could have. I appreciate you for watching, and I'm excited to hear the dreams you have. I'm excited to hear when you find your people. I'm excited to find out what that leads to for you, so let me know.